Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, CS for Treasury John Mbadi was summoned by the Senate to answer to various questions. Unfortunately, the CS did not show up on the floor of the House in the Senate, and the senators had a discussion about him. A strong message from ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna to the specific CS John Mbadi. Two things are coming out that John Mbadi, despite missing this sermon, which was very critical because then this is where oversight is done. Forget about sentiment we hear in public rallies, in funerals, and elsewhere. Everything is done in these two chambers, the National Assembly and the Senate. John Mbadi was busy attending President Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto's Migori political event instead of going to the Senate. Then, beside that, he was also busy on Citizen TV at Daystar University answering to various questions, but he snubbed the Senate sermon. So Sifuna has a message for CS John Mbadi.
Speaker, let me first begin by saying this thing called broad-based, I don't know where it exists. Personally, I don't recognize any entity called called broad-based. There is a government of Kenya Kwanza under the leadership of President William Ruto. Every cabinet secretary who serves in that government serves the Kenya Kwanza government. And I want to join what Senator Khalwale has said. Some of these individuals who joined government recently think they are there to represent their ethnic communities. That every time a cabinet secretary stands up, he tells you how much the Ministry of Energy has allocated to power projects in Nyanza. So the rest of us lawyers are sitting there wondering, Allah, so who is going to speak about the projects in Bungoma? Who is going to speak about the projects? Honorable Speaker, I have said on this floor that as a Senate, as a Parliament, it is the responsibility of all of us, irrespective of our political parties, to oversight the national governments and the county governments. Honorable Speaker, if there is a problem with a CS, that CS must account to Parliament as an institution, not even to their political parties or this thing monster they are calling broad-based. It doesn't exist in my view. So, Honorable Speaker, yesterday I saw at night, just before the game between Inter Milan and Barcelona began, I saw the CS of Treasury on Citizen TV. He has time to appear before Citizen TV, but he has no time to appear before this House. I refused to watch that interview and switched to the football match because I was expecting him here. The conversations that are important to me from that CS are the ones that happen here. Speaker, we have said, when I used to be in the SBC, that the CSs must write in good time to tell the House that they will not be showing up. If a CS insists on writing on the day before, that is absolute contempt, and they must be called out. Honorable Khalwale, trust me, for as long as I remain the senator of Nairobi, for as long as I remain a senator in this House, and the oath that I took there on the first day that I came to this House, there is not going to be a minister that we are going to, protect or babysit or cover up. It doesn't matter whether they come from ODM or from wherever. They are there to serve the public, and we will call them out, Honorable Speaker, as we have always done. So, Honorable John Mbadi, I will call him by his name, must know that as a House we are unhappy that he has time to attend rallies where he explains how much money Luos are going to get from this government, and he has time to go to Citizen TV to tell us lies about economic growth. When you read the newspapers today, data from the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, Honorable Speaker, is saying that the economy has done the worst since COVID, that we have lost jobs, that salaries and wages have shrunk because of the taxation that has been imposed by this government. Then you go on Citizen pontificating there about the work that you are doing. Honorable Speaker, we will call out these cabinet secretaries without fear. Mimi siogopi mutu. We will say these things publicly because that is what we swore to do. Honorable Speaker, that CS In fact, you need to confirm to this house if since he was sworn in as CS, he has ever appeared here. I have never seen him here. I have never seen him here. Where? Yeah. So, Honorable Speaker, this is an issue that we as a leadership in the Senate have to call out, and we have to insist that we have to do our oversight as senators, regardless of whatever monster people think exists in this country called broad-based. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Now, was it true that John Mbadi accompanied William Ruto's visit to Migori County? The answer is yes. Photos are all over. There was Achilo Ayako, alikuanga senator, saizi ni governor wa Migori. There was Opiyo Wandayi, CS for Energy. There was also Junet Mohammed, minority leader, mtu ya opposition. Then John Mbadi also was in this event. So it is true, he accompanied William Ruto to Nyanza. But imagine he snubbed the Senate summon. Now, is it true that John Mbadi was on Citizen TV? The answer is yes. Evidence is there, and you can just imagine missing a summon but attending such an event. Where is the priority?
Before we get to the questions, there was a promise from the president that starting the financial year 2025-2026, there will be zero-based budgeting. Have you achieved it?
Largely so. You know, this is something that we have complained about previously, that our budgeting process was on an incremental basis, which simply means that you look at what was allocated the previous financial year, and then you allocate additional amount depending on how you like that MDA. Now this year, one of the communications that came from the Treasury was that we were going to do a zero-based budget. And we developed a tool in the IFMI system which was given to the sector working groups to use, so that you will find standardization of even prices. If the same item or product is bought by government ministries, or you are budgeting to buy a table, whichever standard of the table, the price that is used in one line ministry is the same price in the other one. So that we don't have a situation where you are buying 5 tables, for example, and another MDA is buying 3, and yet the budget allocated to them for the same table is higher than this one. So
is that what zero-based budgeting means?
That is the simplest that I can give to you. You wanted a simple language. Zero-based budget.
No. What is zero-based budgeting?
You want me to get them technical? Zero-based budget simply means that you have to justify each and every program, each and every budgetary allocation that you are given. So you don't start from somewhere, you start from zero. That is why it is called zero-based budget. So you say, in my ministry, these are the programs that I want to run. You justify them, and then you cost them.
So when did that happen, for instance, for the Ministry of Water?
It happened across board for all of them.
Now, I want us to continue with the final discussion, but just a quick request. For those who are watching the channel and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our Sifuna is clear. On the issue of broad-based, he don't recognize anything like that. It is William Ruto's government, and that is it. The issue of what Junet Mohammed normally do in the National Assembly about being in government, supporting the government, including even defending the corrupt deals in the government. Sifuna is different. Sifuna is saying that he will stand for the truth. There is nothing like favoring anyone. Their duty and responsibility is oversight, pure oversight. And therefore he's going to stand with that. And by the way, in the 2010 dispensation, National Assembly and the Senate have one mandate, oversight. Whether you are on the minority side or majority side, the major role is oversight. But now the issue of politics comes in. You are elected on the president political party. Hiyo ndio shida, kwa sababu sasa hapa Kenya, yani party leader is everything. They form their own political party, they sponsor it, and they become everything. Si kama Tanzania na South Africa, mambo kule ni tofauti. Chama kina nguvu. Kenya viongozi wa vyama wana nguvu kuliko chama ama vyama ambao wanaongoza. That's the difference, and because of that you find that people have to compromise. Tuko kwa chama ya president, yeye ndio mwenye chama and all that. This issue of oversight also becomes just a pipe dream. So with that, Sifuna is very clear, and you can see really how he's disgruntled with John Mbadi's move to attend on non-issues. These leaders have lost the direction completely. Of what help is Ruto's visit to Migori for a minister to attend? It has little meaning. Instead, they're just going there to show off that we have so and so in this government from this area. What about the areas where we don't have people appointed to this government? Wafanya nini? The issue is just to show off, and Sifuna is against that. Why would a CS miss such an event? It means he does not have even respect for this parliament. So Ruto is everything. Ruto is everything. When you have him, you are safe. But imagine an institution like the parliament. You just miss the sermon and you are there. To me, Sifuna is right, and he should be supported. These houses must earn their respect, and their responsibilities should not be taken for granted. But we are lost with these people. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Otherwise, thank you so much, and see you in our next